Good morning.
I want you to know that the meditation has left me so much energy I can't sit down.
Yeah.
And
I hope it's good energy.
Every time I spin one of the prayer wheels, I can feel the flows out.
Yay. I love that. I love hearing that.
I'm going to have to try and remember to do that a couple of times through this week.
And that's when we're doing morning, not in the evening. Otherwise, you'd be like, oh, you know.
I might have to mention that to my wife because she often pulls all-nighters because of the type of work she does. So, she lets me helpful.
Okay, everyone, if you are here at the center, make your way into the Gampa. It is 10:30, so Geshe-la should be arriving soon. And if you're online on Zoom, Geshe-la does have a view of everyone who's on Zoom, and he does love to see your smiling, shining faces. Is Geshe-la here? And Geshe-la has arrived. So if you're on Zoom and can turn your camera on, that's awesome. We would greatly appreciate it and encourage you to do so.
Please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times, and then the Medicine Buddhist stanza and mantra, and then the 4 measurables, all on page 34. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings.
One second. Maybe we do Medicine Buddha mantra again, one more time. Okay, Medicine Buddha mantra with some kind of visualization. So see here, that is the Medicine Buddha, the bigger one, blue, dark blue, right there. That's what I think that was printed in Mongolia. That painting was from Mongolia. Anyway, so in Buddhism, the Medicine Buddha practice is considered as a healing practice. Of course, like in order to deeper our practice, we need good health. So here, the West, what do? You run, you do all kind of exercise, like monastery, we meditate. You can't really run. There's not much place to run. So also there's no time to run because there's a lot of classes. So so then we do this, like Medicine Buddha practice. So what you can do, if you can picture the Medicine Buddha, form of light, not like something solid. 4 finger above your crown, or you can just simply visualize dark, bright, blue, color. So that is the combination of like 6 different colors dissolve into that. Eventually there's like sequence of meditations that you do. There's like 7 medicine Buddha you visualize, one by one, visualize, and trying to draw the healing energy from there. So that's what you visualize. And all the form of light, not something solid. It's all dissolved into the medicine Buddha itself. That's the last one that I just pointed the photo there. So then, sicknesses, the sickness that related to the physical body, and pain in our mind, all kind of stress, anxiety, fear, caused by ignorance, or disturbing thought. There's many different, So then, top of that, the harm that caused by invisible beings. There's many different names of that. There's many different names of that spiritual harm that caused by invisible being called dig deep. But the easiest way to put it is like into words is like the negative actions, the tendency, all of that. Okay. So then, while you recite the medicine Buddha mantra 7 more times, then please do it with meditations. And while you recite the medicine Buddha mantras, then the nectars, so nectars or in form of healing energies, come through your crown chakras, fill your body from tip of the toe to all the way up to your head, and simultaneously purify all the disease, spirit harm. So then, not just physical disease, also all the Simjinaza, Lijidunga, Simjinaza is the pain of the mind. Pain actually is all summarized into pain of the mind, whatever there might be, fear, anxiety, stress, worry, all of that, okay? Completely purify your body, become like clear, it's like crystal clear in light. Okay, so just visualize that. So then we recite medicine Buddha mantra. You hear my voice, I hear your voice. Even just hearing the medicine Buddha name or mantra purifies all of that. Okay, then with some kind of like devotions. It's not, I say, some feeling, some best heartfelt feeling. For example, the snow mountain, there's like snow on the mountains. It won't melt if there's no sunshine. It won't melt. The sunshine is like your devotions. So then whatever that blessing is out there is like the snow on the mountain. It only melts when the sunshine, like devotions there, then there will be melt. So then the liquid that comes out, that's the blessing. That's how the snow on the mountain melt, because the power of the sunshine, the power of the devotions, the blessing like snow could melt. Then the water, then there's the form of blessings, form of nectar, form of like light, whatever there might be, then dissolve into your body, then completely heal, okay? Then your body becomes like tangsa, lu tangsa, either become like glass that totally clean, or it become like, body become like form of light, very clear. Okay, that's how that's the very brief how to do healing practice in Buddhism. That's a very brief way of explaining the healing practice, okay? Yeah, one more time, then with some kind of visualization. And please don't just think about your relatives, your families, distant relatives, animals, strangers, enemy. There are directions being mentioned, it's not that important. Just visualize all of them around you and think you're leading all of them into healing practice. Because everyone, even the animal, everyone has some, one way or another, some kind of healing needs to be done. Okay?
Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Suha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Suha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha.
Now please visualize that healing energy dissolve into your crown chakra, then all the way into the heart chakra, then remain there forever. Oh, yeah.
You know, the four measurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. We go to page 37, and we'll continue with mantras, first for Chenrezig, and then for Green Tara. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head of Buddha, perfect Buddha, crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings, to you Chenrezig, all-seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator mother tower. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Now turn to page 34, please. Geshe will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Maybe one more short meditation, one more before start the class. This meditation, I already led this meditation a long time ago, a few times. Some of you may remember, or some of you may not remember. So, if you remember, that's very good news. If you don't remember, that's going to be refreshed meditation, okay? Based on, here you see the prayer wheel that I turned, in this contain millions of money mantra inside, microfilm, and there's for millions of them. So while you turn in clockwise, then you're hoping that you are sending your positive thought, of course, like positive intentions to benefit each and every living being. So with this kind of intention, that you turn the prayer wheels, so that create now merit, meaning positive energy, then you're visualizing that positive energy transform into light, then they touch every breathing living being that you are in your mind, is healing them, helping them to develop compassions. So this is called compassion mantras, mantra of compassions. So we are going to say 3, 3, 3, 3 times, 3, 3. There are 6 syllables. We are going to chant 3 mantras for each syllables, okay? So while we do that, so then please visualize. Somehow we human, we learn much better if there's some kind of visual image involved, And as especially in the West, that you are taught very much based on visual things. In the East, we are taught by vocal, not much to see. That's not taught. All these textbooks taught, orally taught. It's not like something to write or something to read. Just mainly go there, listen, then that's how you be educated. We are educated by listening, not necessarily by looking at something. So anyway, generally speaking, when it comes down on visualize meditations, it's always good to have some kind of like image to make our practice more authentic or real. So then if you are familiar with the Buddha of compassion, that appears into like 4-armed chain-resik, and there's 1,000-armed chain-resik, there's 2 different image. If you are familiar with that, then you can visualize that. If not, then just focus on the mantra, okay, just focus on the mantra. First 3, and each syllable has color, a different color. So that's why when you see the Mani mantra, different color, it's not just for fun. It's just, there's some significant meaning. So maybe, today there's not much time, so we only have 1 hour and 30 minutes. So, and maybe someday we find more time, so then I will explain detailed meditations, okay? Today, just visualize the first syllables. Mantra, 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 mantra. How you say?
Mantra.
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 Mantra, mantra, like it's all word, but that's what it mantra, so mantra. Now, meaning the protection of mind. That's what it really means. Meaning of mantra is protection of mind. Now, he chop protection of mantra. So now here, that protecting our mind from the first syllables, when we chant 3 times, and please visualize all the difficulties, the complications, the problem that caused by pride, arrogant pride. Maybe not getting along with a friend because maybe you are so proud of yourself, your pride. At the walk, the pride, pride is like ball. Water won't stick. If you pour something, even 1 drop won't stick, because all ball, meaning you won't learn anything. Even somebody has something good things to offer, you are so proud you're not willing to listen. They're not good things. Yunde means knowledge. It's like water. It won't stick on the ball, which is like pride. So, and knowledge is very much needed. And any problem that causes by that pride, just visualize, completely purify. First 3 mantra, okay? O mane peme o mane peme o mane peme. Then think that your mind becomes free from pride. Second syllable. So, jealousy. Just visualize all the problems that are caused by jealousy, stress, pain, anxiety, completely purify. Second round of compassion mantra. Okay, jealousy. Oh, mane peme hum. Oh, mane peme hum. Oh, mane peme hum. Visualize that you are self, free from jealousy. Now the second round, doubt. Very beginning, right from the beginning, there's no will to do either the spiritual practice or anything, mundane activities. In order to succeed, both field, spiritual field, mundane field, first you have to have will to do, will, interest. Not having interest or will, that's also become obstacles, one of the main obstacles to succeed. The second obstacles So then like mistaken method, the way of doing, mistaken spiritual path, all of that. Or you will not get to your destination because the path that road that you choose is like is the mistake one. It doesn't lead there. Even though you choose the right path, but you have doubt, you don't trust the path that you choose. You have doubt, so that becomes the third obstacles. So there's only three. Sorry, there's no four. There's only three. There's only three. So these are also become obstacles to you to achieve complete liberations. And like if you want to go some places, that these three things become obstacles. The first, no will to go. Second, wrong road. Third, road that you choose, that you have a lot of doubt. These are the main obstacles. So the doubt. So then there's the general speaking, then doubt meaning not having a faith. So this is the main problem. This is the main problems. Not having faith in ourselves that you can do. Always telling yourself you cannot do, because of this, because of that, like all kind of reasons. So it's not helping us. So we have to have faith in ourselves. This is the key to success in the spiritual path. Okay, so just now next 3 round of mantras will purify all of that. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. So next 3 syllables, purify 3 poisons: ignorance, attachment, anger. Purifies them. So then, first one, ignorance; second one, attachment; the last one, the anger. So just visualize that you protect. Doing this meditation based on the mantra recitations, protecting yourself from those 3 poisons. Not just that protecting, also freeing yourself from those 3 poisons. Okay, the first one. So number 4, that one is ignorance. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Now attachment. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. So that one is holding so tightly, not able to let it go for many different, like the reasons, not able to let it go, cause pain. Last one, anger. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Oh yeah, very good. So now the anger, according to Master Shantideva, there's books have been written around 8th century. So according to that book, it's called Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, chapter number 6. dealing with anger is not that easy. The biggest problems for human happiness, biggest problem for human happiness. Anger is the biggest obstacle for human happiness. So they're dealing with that, like what you call anger management program. That's why program exists. Not easy. So that can be only dealt with by thinking, meaning meditation. Thinking, meditation, same thing. Not different, same thing. Single-pointed meditation need to sit down properly. Single-pointed meditation need to sit down properly. Meditation doesn't need to sit like this all the time. Can be walking, thinking. Oh, that's meditation. Productive meditation. To deal with the anger require a lot of thinking, refreshing, resetting, rethinking. A lot of them very much needed. First, foremost important things, need to analyze why in the first place anger rise, how it rise, why it rise, there's a reason. It's not like that, it just happened. Nothing just happened like that. Everything happened based on the primary cause and the cooperative conditions. That's how things happen. If you wonder why there's anger, of course there's anger because we have desire. That's why there's anger, desire. If you are not careful, desire, there's a risk. There's always risk. With the desire could cause anger. There's always risk. What do you mean desire cause anger? Time to need to the thinking is now very much needed. Midde chetan devais. Shantideva's word. Midde chetan devais. Two types of desire. Desire to want something, desire to not want. Don't want something, not want something. How you say?
Just not want or don't want?
Desire for wanting something, desire for not wanting something. There's nothing you can do. That's part of the human. Every human has. Don't think that you are the only one who has desire. Not true. Every human has desire. Nothing wrong. Desire to want something, desire to have, desire doesn't want something, wanting something, not wanting something, true desire. Midde chetan devais. Keje pale junchubas. So now there's some form of obstacle is taking place between your desire and what you're hoping, obstacles. For example, desire to want something, or somebody becoming now obstacles to you to achieve that. Now you found something, some reason, or you find some reason not to be happy, to be unhappy. What is that? There's the fuel for anger. That's how anger rises. Say means food or fuel. You found the fuel. What does that fuel look like? Because immediate means like you are not happy. You are not happy. There's the fuel. That you use that as a fuel or food. Who you are going to feed that food? Anger. Immediately saying you don't rely on compassion. What we do, we rely on anger, then finish. Da means you. Jom is destroyed, finish now. Every single second of happiness is gone, it's finished. Heart filled with anger, no happiness, zero happiness. How that happened? That's the process, how it happens. Desire. What can I do? Once you find the fuel to be unhappy or reason to be unhappy there. So lot of thinking is needed. Lot of thinking is needed right there. Next moment, make sure you don't rely on anger. If you somehow change your mind, rely on compassion, destroying yourself is not going to happen. Destroying yourself is not going to happen. Instead, instead of that, you may feel okay, or you maybe feel good at how you prevent from anger, or you feel maybe great. There's something that you never thought you can do. Now you did it, you feel great, and there's hope that you can do it again. Meanwhile, everyone's happiness is not destroyed. Your happiness, that's the benefit. That's the benefit. What is so big deal or problem of anger? That's pain. Your choice. You want to harbor, you want to host pain, then don't say I'm pain. You are in pain. Shedan sumu sem chanas. Sumu. It's not just pain, it's a deep pain. It's deep pain. Shedan. They were called anger as a pain, deep pain. Sumu sem chana. That's the thought that has only pain, nothing goodness, only pain. If you harbor that pain, shedan sumu sem chanas, yinishiwa nyaminyus, you won't experience calm mind, peaceful mind. You will not experience that. Why? Because you are holding this pain. Shedan sumu sem chanas, yinishiwa nyaminyus. Gadan dewa mingolas. There will be no physical comfort. There will be no mental comfort. Nimiyong is not able to sleep, lose ability to judge. Damages. So that's the result. That is the result that something needs to be think. If you are having anger with the issue with the anger, so that you can help yourself doing a lot of thinkings. Thinking about what anger does for me, my peace of mind, my life, my health, my friends, my families, people that around me, so they don't like when I get angry. All of that needs to take into considerations. Then from there, I need to think. The bottom line, you are helping yourself. That's all. It's not for the sake of the religious belief. It's for the sake of your happiness. Your life will be much better off if you have no anger or less anger. It's hard to get angry. This is all good for you. Every human needs that. Every human needs that. Okay? So that's the last part of the mantra that we just finished. So now we learn how, according to Master Shantideva's teachings, that's how anger rises. So there's always possibilities to prevent to getting anger by not mere faith, by thinking. A lot of thinking is needed, a lot of thinking, and precisely calculating the outcome for your own happiness. Okay, so that's very important. Just want to share. So now the class starts. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju dage cheshe jebe so namje andola pheje sonju Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju bardo dame dage cheshe jebe so namje andola Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju bardo dame dāgī chīchī jībī āsā nāmyā nōlā lādā ālāmi mēnāmi āñjī ōmā dāngā jācī lādā chīchī chōlā chāvā chīvā sāñcī sūrā rādā chīchī dīvī 내다시야 담배 준비 준는데 저 남올라야게 나로난데 저게 나오는 도와고 전나나 저도 뭐 담배게 놓는다 주된다 관계도 담배 준는데 너무 고놈다. Well, thank you. First, maybe short introductions, so then we will start the class. Good morning, Venerable Lamo. Good morning, Fernando, Marcelo, Patagonia. Good morning, children. Ninja, good to see you. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Samantha. Thank you, children, translating. How are you, children?
Okay, everyone, you can wrap up your hellos.
Good morning, Jessica. All right. So I'm going to read today. So last Sunday I just talked, never able to read. So this topic is compassion from His Holiness Dalai Lama commentary. And His Holiness Dalai Lama practice compassion. Gives you hope that something can be accomplished. Universal compassion is possible, that you can, as a human, some human is doing that, so give you a lot of hope that maybe if you put some effort, you can do the same thing. So I just want to share, like, according to Buddhist philosophy, Buddha's teachings, that idea that, like, how you say, that is the way, that's the just way I am. How you say?
Just the way I am.
Just the way.
Just the way I am.
Meaning, please, meaning.
Meaning, I'm just this way and I can't change.
Oh, that I think is not good news, sorry. Not good news at all, sorry, so not good news. So, not sure how you get this idea, I'm not sure, like. Because, yeah, of course we have problems that you can't pretend, or there's no problem. There is problems. Even with this body, there's problems. You can't just pretend there's no problem. It's not true. It's good to be truthful, honest. Human, we have problems. no human is free from their problems. We human have problems. So associating ourselves with the problems. Maybe that's why you get this idea. That is the
Just the way I am.
how is it? That is,
That is just the way I am.
I need to learn that that is the just way I am. I am.
That's just the way that I am.
That's just the way,
That I am.
that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
Maybe the idea is getting from there, there's nothing I can do. Bottom line, not have faith, lack of faith. As a Buddhist, we always try to define ourselves based on Buddha nature, divine nature. How often we think about that, even though we possess one, we don't think. Every human, of course, every living being has a chance for freedoms, everlasting freedoms, has potentials, divine nature, Buddha natures. Yeah, maybe you have many reasons to feel bad. Of course, some human also, like the human Buddha's lifetime, who killed 999 human beings, no bugs, human beings, somehow managed to forgive, not just that, move on, bury this life, able to liberate. Why we think that you can do? Why? It's all starts. That's why there's a book called Lam Rim. Lam is the path, Rim means stage is the path. That word was invented by Lama Atisha, you see here, left, Indian master who came to Tibet, established Buddha Dharma, Buddhism there. So then after that, Lama Tsongkhapa, you see here, wrote beautiful, this book, Great Lam Rim, Stages of Path. Second topic, precious human life. Precious human life. Precious human life. Thinking about that, that's called meditating on precious human life. This life is so precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. You may have different idea, but reality, that's the truth. So meaningful, so precious, difficult to find. Why so precious? So many things could be accomplished, including enlightenment, nirvana, all of that, because of this life. Without that, there's very little chance. So it's very important, we have to understand that we have problems. Nothing's perfect. You make mistake here, mistake there. You get angry, you get jealous, you get pride, all kinds of things. But you don't associate with that. You don't define yourself with anger. Thinking, oh, there's cloud in the sky. I will never going to see sky without cloud. That's your idea. That's not true. Clouds are there, temporarily there. The nature of sky, there's no cloud. Same nature, ultimate nature. This all anger and jealousy, they are like temporary there. It's not like one with yourself. If you define, oh, this is just me, I cannot change, not good news at all. Not good news, very bad news. So it's very important to define yourself with something positive. They need to learn how to nurture that divine natures, whatever you call it, the word doesn't matter, Buddha nature, divine nature, but that's like, has the potentials to become enlightened. So that needs to be nurtured. So compassion is one of them. So practicing compassion will nurture that natures, So that's why when we take, as a Buddhist, when we take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, we are not thinking, oh, they're out there, I'm here. You're hoping, the very object of refuge that you are taking refuge, you're hoping to become like that. That's your goal. It's not like, oh, I don't have any chance to become like that. No, you have full chance to become. That's the very reason why you take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, hoping you yourself become enlightened. That's the goal. Believing and understanding that you possess Buddha nature. That's why every life is precious. Every human life is very precious, not just our life. So then, this precious human life has expiration date. It's not like there forever. That's our moral responsibility. Make sure this precious life doesn't slip through your hand doing nothing. That's great loss. Meaning just being negative. Knowing it's not really benefiting you, and some reason keep doing that. I think it's time to wake up. So, never ever associate yourself with your actions or your anger. So then you get idea, oh, that's the way I am, cannot change. So that's not good. Okay, so now here the compassion is one way to nurture that, because just like seed that has potential to grow into beautiful fruit trees that benefit many beings. It's like that. So need to learn how to nurture that. And compassion is one of that. So we have some discussion last Sunday. So empathy, sympathy, compassion, right? Order. I think that's the order.
Sympathy, empathy, compassion.
Sorry, that's my mistake. Sympathy, empathy, compassion. And then, so we will see what His Holiness says. His Holiness Dalai Lama is fully qualified to talk about bodhicitta, compassions. And he's been showing that whole life. So see what we're going to learn. So it begins like this. Chishila ninja senas. Which which one we should call compassion, something like that. Ninja nesa she tamje dunga da tanane sympathy. What is compassion? Compassion is the wish or desire. Wishing that everyone will be free from problems, sufferings. That mindset is compassion. Who say His Holiness Dalai Lama? That mind is compassion. It's the wish to free all beings from suffering. That mindset, that thought is compassion. Okay. Ta nyingje tabla tende nganju sanji je kumpa because of compassion, then the interest for seeking enlightenment happens because of compassion. Sanje kumpa. Ninji nganju sanje jisa tipping givele la kujus. So compassion kind of like guided or lead us to the enlightenment. Therefore, that's why, therefore, we should put some effort to develop compassion. This word is quite powerful. The first step, generating compassion, first step. Nganchu shen la dungse nyamche ta Lota Niro, don't go Mase. Dungsim, I think sounds more like one of those, sympathy or empathy. One of those sounds like Dungsim, Tibetan word Dungsim sounds more like one of those English words, sympathy or empathy. Probably one of those. I don't know which one of them, but one of those. Dungsim, Nyamchi. That needs to be mutual. It's not just one way. It needs to be both sides. You sympathize, empathize. You sympathize, empathize. I sympathize, empathize. It needs to go both ways. That's called dungsem. Nyamche means equal. It's not just one way. Then people get tired. It needs to go both ways. Dungsem nyamche. Dungsem nyamche. That is needed. Sympathy, empathy between two is very much needed. Initial stage, first stages. Lota nero, feeling of closeness. Buddhism, feeling of closeness has nothing to do with what you get. It's nothing to do with what you get. Nothing to do with what you get. It is deeply rooted on understanding of the situations, nature of situations. As I said, every human has issues. Every human. Don't ever assume that that person has no issues. It's wrong. It's not correct. So how you learn that? Samsara. Samsara, in Buddhism it's called samsara. Please read. What is samsara? Just read. No need to believe. We don't have to believe anything because simply we read something, somebody says something, even like Buddha says something, you don't have to believe. No, Shakyamuni Buddha give us full freedom to analyze. Not just analyze, total analysis very much needed. Down the road is better. It's better. Why? Human always think. You can't stop. You can stop their thought. They're always thinking. Therefore, total analysis is needed in order to better for down the road is much better. So we don't need to feel, oh, maybe I'm not, no need to feel bad. The Buddha gives us full freedom. Mutual, two-way empathy, sympathy, initial stage, in order to develop compassion, in order to generate compassion, that's the initial stage. That understanding is very much needed. Top on that,
On top of that, or in addition to that?
On top of that, so then the feeling of closeness. Don't go about Mase. Kunzu Dunga Tapotia Togos. Dungal problem, not just problem, big problems. Tapo means like strong problem, Tapo means strong problem. That needs to understand, assuming, oh, that person is doing very okay, probably not good, is not the 100% correct idea. So therefore, universal compassion needs foundations that every living being have issues. How you learn that? Then starting samsara, you learn that. Starting samsara, you learn that. So that becomes the foundation. So that also needs to understand, assuming, oh, that person is just evil, doesn't deserve anything good. So that thought will not lead you to happiness. Just set aside religious belief, just think practical level, or that person is just evil. That thought doesn't lead you to happiness. So then that needs to take into considerations, then learn how to eliminate, reduce subdue, best case scenario, eradicate your heart, that kind of thought. The closeness, if you become close to that, for example, one person, the closeness, feeling of closeness to that being. Sometimes if you become very close to that person, so then you feel like when that person is struggling, going through some difficulties, then you have this strong desire to help, to free that person from their problems because of that feeling of closeness is so strong. So now that kind of drives you to help that person from free from that sufferings. So that's the initial stage. So that's why the feeling of closeness needs to be there. So then it becomes like other person's suffering become like more like unbearable. So then because you already feel very close. So now the desire to help that person will rise. Initial stage, mutual sympathy, empathy, initial stage that's needed. Top on that, needs to understand, don't ever assume that person does not deserve, does not need my help, my compassion, my love, does not deserve. All of that need to subdue, minimize, eradicate that. So then feeling of closeness is not based on what you get, how you look, it's nothing to do with that. It is like fundamental understanding of the struggle that every human go through is rooted on that. The feeling of closeness, his holiness kind of looks like going to elaborate on that. Feeling of closeness I just mentioned, it's nothing to do with the physical. It's nothing to do with the physical interactions. It's not talking about that. It should not be like this feeling of closeness should not define on physical interactions or like some kind of like how you say like mundane love, things like that. Community should not understood like that. Dini mishila semburta is more like as a responsibility, almost like responsibility, or like it's more like responsibility. That the feeling of closeness is not. It's like nothing to do with the physical interactions, nothing to do with like something that like. Some kind of excitement or something like that, but it's like fundamental responsibilities. In order to increase that closeness, the feeling of closeness, what is the benefit of helping others? What is the benefit? What is the benefit of helping others? So need to focus more on that. What's the benefit of helping others? Not just that, also need to understand how much peace and happiness been generated during the process of the meditating on that, like the stages of the compassions, how much the peace and happiness is generated within your mind stream during the process. So we all have experience. Please don't say, I never experienced. In my life, I never experienced compassion. That's not true. We all experience different degrees of compassion. If you can bring back that memory now, and that moment, how you felt. Do you feel miserable? Do you feel calm? Do you feel peace? Just think about that. Just bring back your memory. Don't say that you never experienced compassion. Not true. Just bring back that memory and pause on that and just see how you felt at that moment, how you felt. Peace, happy. So then that, during the meditation on compassion, that also needs to be think about, something to think about. Okay, taking responsibility to helping others. Why? What is the benefit? Benefit is to filling my heart with peace and happiness. That's what's happening. How compassion, meaning process, how compassion, each time when I experience compassion, need to bring back the memory. That's the only way to tell. If you are doing compassion meditation now, how you experience, how the compassions produce peace and compassion, the happy joy in happiness in your mind. So that needs to be think about. Okay. Ninji rangi la shidena deji cheda tuma shega shenji chola dida be samlo shi cheso shi sumi debulasa. Now the result, holding this kind of mindset, understanding, then sympathizing, empathizing, and with that kind of mindset. Shenji chola dida be samlo cheso shi sumi debu. Result. Result, temporary result, people enjoying, here you say, enjoying hanging out with you, being around with you, hanging out with you, because you always seem calm. This is the temporary result of practicing compassion, temporary result. That also need to understand. This is the result of why people being kind to you, why people like you, all of that because you being so kind, so compassionate, thinking about sympathizing with their problems. Instead of saying, you are annoying me all the time. How you say that? Many ways to say you are getting under my skin. What else?
Getting on my nerves.
Getting on my nerves. There's all kinds of words we use that doesn't help. So that's instead of thinking like that, it's all attitude. Even though when you're sick, attitude could heal. Attitude. The positive attitude is very much needed. Just think about. Don't say, I never become close to any human being or any living being. Not true. Just bring back that memory. I always use squirrel as an example in my backyard. Human, we don't share language, we don't share religions. You can call them Buddhist, they probably have no religions. They probably have no clue that I'm Buddhist monk. So only way you get closer, they kind of trust you, they get closer. Somehow they even know that you are not going to harm them, and they eventually associate you with good food. So that kind of proves, human and animal can become like that. I think then that's the kind of proof so that some thinking is needed. Sorry, I'm not bragging myself here. I'm doing such wonderful things. But I'm just telling the truth. 다 신지 뜨고는 가무쳐버려 또 그래서 랑 진지지 로 nganzo 미기를 죽수다 다대 수지 준노니 우부서 숙실 지다 중요가 시바 제대 랑 진지 냥 진지지 니준라 삼지 지거스 egotistical mindset. Always thinking of me, always thinking, doing that, in my case, almost 60 years. What's the result? Nothing. Rani cheba zubi chongne de, mide donga chebi jutones. Rani cheba zubi chongne des, rani cheba zubi chongne des. This egotistical attitude is like chronic disease, never been healed. This egotistical attitude is the driving engine of all my problems. That's what it is. Nothing to So, taking other people's need into consideration, that's the good things to do. At least something. Don't just take. That's no good. Sharing, giving something, taking something, then that's fair. Egotistical, the self-chasing, wrong-chasing, stronger that attitude, more suffering you go through. It's not somebody decide you should go through more suffering. Stronger the egotistical attitude, the more suffering you go through. Stronger the cherishing other people's, more happiness you experience. What is that? That is natural law of causality. That's what it is. That's what goes round comes round. That not Tibetan saying, that's American saying, English saying, whatever you call. So, Tata or Rangchinzi Jilo Nganzu Migi Juksu dance. Why we use negative mechanism, then hoping to achieve something positive, that is produced by trick. You are tricked by your egotistical attitude, trick you to use negative mechanism and hope achieving something good. Not going to happen. Then there will be some problem in the natural law of causality. There's some problem within the causality. Planting habanero, and hoping mango. There's something wrong. There's something wrong in the causality. Planting habanero, hoping to see mango, not going to happen. You could put fertilizer, you could water them, take care very well. It's going to grow habanero. It's not going to grow apples. Like that. There's like something's wrong into the causalities. So therefore, rang jinji jula samji chigus, rang jinji. Just think. I'm not asking you to believe. Just think. I'm just explaining to you what I've read, what I've studied, and for your job is just think. Use your brain and think. Jigden dewa chinibas. All the happiness within the universe, either there's like physical, mental, all the happiness. Jigden dewa chinibas, tegun shinde delusions. All of them due to cherishing other. Just think about it. I'm not asking you to believe, just think. Who said the Lama Tsongkhapa? All the problems, complications is driven by this egotistical attitude. Is that true? Just analyze. Just go back to your life. Not like tens of years, but go just back like 3 more years. Go back. or that problem, this fight, that argument, this argument. It's all driven by, not by compassion, it's driven by egotistical attitude. Jiden dewa chinye ba tegungshin de jiden dunga jo tegungshin rande de lichungs. Or does that mean, okay, from now on I should not take care of myself, or I should not think of my happiness? No. The best way to think of your happiness is to cherish others. That's the best way to take care of your happiness. You may be tricked year after year. The egotistical attitude tricks you year after year. Or just think about yourself, then you'll be happier. That's not happening. It's not happening. Maybe time to reset our mindset. Cherishing others is draw to all the happiness. So just think about that. Okay, just think and analyze, and see you become happier. When you give something, you feel good. When you give something, you feel good. So that's what we are talking about. That's what we are talking about. When you volunteer something, this makes you feel good. Yeah. Did you ever heard, oh, you make my day? People say, make that you happy. That's what we are talking about. That's all. There's nothing very complicated we are talking about. We are talking about that. Treating each other with dignity, respect, love, compassion. That's the best world you can ever create between you and your friend, within your family, within your society. Then meditation really helps. Meditation means thinking really helps. It really helps. It really helps you to protect your peace of mind. It really helps you to increase your peace of mind. It really helps you to sympathize, empathize, compassion, all of that. That's all the result of meditations. Does that mean that you can eliminate all the problems? No, of course not. Of course not. Why was that? Complicated. Things happening, there's no one answer. It's very complicated. Very complex and complicated. You do your best, that's all. At least that you have something positive here when you look at somebody, when you see someone, not based on their culture, their religious belief, what they do, what they eat, what their interest, is simply rooted in understanding of nature of samsara, that's all. Nature of samsara. Empathy, sympathy, respect, treating them all of that grow from the deeper understanding of nature of samsara. That's all. It's nothing to do with physical interactions, nothing to do with how you look, how you dress, it's nothing to do with that. It's much deeper than that, much deeper. Sympathy, empathy, compassion, all of that, feeling of closeness, all of that is grow deeply rooted in knowledge that produced that produced. So then, whatever life when you left, it will be nice, it will be good, less stress in the mind. So that is the meaning of life. That's the meaning of life. That is the purpose of life. Purpose of life, meaning of life is not getting something material things. That is the meaning of life. That's the purpose of life. That meaning will go on and on. Even we change this body. So this is just host. This is just host. Nothing more, nothing less. Then that goes on and on and on and on. So something to think about all my friends. So I'm trying all my best most of the time fail. Most of the time fail. When I fail, I'm unhappy. No, I'm not happy, unhappy. I'm still hopeful, so I can do better tomorrow. Oh yeah. And then, okay. Yeah, we'll stop here now. Yeah.
Okay, in the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 246, and we'll read the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the mysteries of the world. Now the long life prayers on page 244 and 245. First for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And then on page 245 for Khyentse Rinpoche Jitsung Losam Delek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. And then the inside back cover, a prayer for the swift return of Lama Tsongpa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice. You wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And then the inside front cover for the long, healthy, happy life of Geshe-la. Supreme Guide, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are constant Dharma companion. Lama, who is renounced fame, may you ever remain. And then for Geshe-sangpo. You who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all beings. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
Thank you, Yeshua. One announcement before we leave today. I've made this announcement before, but this time it's really true. We have a beautiful annual report that was created largely by Sandy Carlson with input from David and Aaron, Linda and Donna, a lot of other people. If you're on our mailing list, you'll be getting a hard copy over the next week. We'll have copies available here at the center, and it'll be on our website. And it really summarizes everything that's happened over the last year or so, gives you up-to-date financial figures, our budget for the coming year, and explains how you can support Kadampa Center, because that's the only thing that keeps us in existence, is the support of the people who come here for the teachings and benefit them. So please look at it carefully. It's really, they've done a great job, and it's quite nice. Thank you. Yes.
Good morning. This is a mundane announcement. Geshe-la has encouraged us to have community. You know, we have the potluck, you know, the movies that Elise is doing, all sorts of wonderful things. This isn't at the center, but one of our amazing members, Michael Flaherty, is part of Beatlesque. And a small group of us went to one of his last concerts, including a person who was very, very serious here at the center, who was up in the aisles dancing. And so they are playing for free at Joyner Park in Wake Forest at 5:30 on Sunday the 28th. And so I just encourage, it would be wonderful
Muchas
because
gracias, Ale.
we can hang out together and we can listen to this fabulous music. And if you really listen to the Beatles carefully, you will find a lot of Dharma. So thank you very much. And if I was out of line, spiritual coordinators, I am sure you will tell me later. Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias, Ale. Thanks, everyone.
Gracias. Thanks, everyone online.